You guys remember that post where that guy was texting that girl, like, come to Motel 6 and hang out with me. I got bottles. Let's turn up. And it was like a bunch of mini shots. And it was Motel 6. And the girl who posted it, and I did already mention this, but I just want to kick off the episode with this because we're going to be talking about this. The girl posted it, was laughing at it. But there was girlies in the comments like, I feel bad for him. He seems fun. I would have gone because I felt bad. He probably just wanted a friend. This is how they get y'all. This is how they get y'all. You feel bad. You give them the benefit of the doubt. You end up on the news. You end up with severe trauma for the rest of your life. Welcome to another episode of the Stella Herself podcast, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Also, y'all, I have notebooks that you can use for journaling as well as mugs. The Chic notebook now available. It is in the Stella podcast colors. It is so cute. It's the perfect size for on-the-go lined pages. You can use this to manifest, to journal, to make your to-do list. I just think it is so cute. Beverage check. I have this watered-down iced macchiato with skim milk and 1 pump of caramel from Dunkin'. I'm hoping this does what it needs to do. I also have my water. I am going to my book event later this evening, and I'm honestly so tired, but I have felt better as time goes on and I got ready and I have a cute outfit, so that honestly energized me a lot. So I'm hoping this does the trick. So yeah, today I just wanted to talk about stop feeling bad. And again, I've touched on this in a couple recent episodes, but I just really want to emphasize this to you guys because feeling bad in that specific way will get you nowhere. And I'm sure if you are a girly who listens to this podcast, you have a big heart, you're kind, you know, you're empathetic. Maybe you've struggled with people pleasing and disappointing people, like having trouble saying no. And I just want to let you know, you do not have to live like that. And what has really helped me, and this is going to sound funny, but if you just put all your energy into looking hot, which when you break that down, it's really like investing in yourself. So when you invest in yourself, you have a higher worth, a higher amount of self-worth. You're worth more to yourself because you're putting time in, you're putting money in. You're going to the gym, you're paying that membership, you're putting the hours in. You're struggling through pain, you know? It's like if you invest in a nice outfit, something that just makes you feel really good, like a lip gloss that you really like. Also, I lost one of my favorite Fenty glosses yesterday. And when you start to see results from that, whether it's again like working out, eating better, just dressing the way that you want to dress, that you feel good in, taking better care of your skin, your health, like getting up and doing your hair and makeup every morning. People do start treating you differently because you, like, of course, look better, but it's also just like you have more confidence and like your energy is just better. And people can sense that. People can sense somebody who has low confidence, low self-worth. And for the most part, you're going to treat people like that. Maybe not you, but a lot of people are going to treat people who they feel are insecure worse than someone who they know they can't get away with shit, or like, oh, like she, like, I don't want to mess up, because they want like your approval also when they can tell that you're confident. You really have to start by just looking hotter. And it sounds funny, but that's really the truth. It's like investing in yourself. With that, hopefully, which, yes, if you consciously work on it, you will also have higher standards. So a situation such as a random guy asking you to come to Motel 6 for mini shots of like Amsterdam vodka, you're not going to feel bad. You're actually going to be disgusted that somebody would have the nerve to think that you would say yes to that. I personally am really at a place now where I have my standards and I know what it's like to be treated well and to have someone invest into you, and I invest into myself every single day. So if somebody comes at me, like, y'all remember the Lime story time, listen a couple episodes back, that's like a classic example. If someone tries to come at me with some like testing me or like, ooh, like, will I get away with this? I'm gonna peep it and be like, no, because I know what it's like to be treated with respect. And if you don't know what it's like to be treated with respect, by, like, especially someone you're dating or something, or, like, maybe you're the type that's like, I always like guys that don't like me back, whatever. It's like, you need to start treating yourself with respect. And then it will eventually trickle down into the rest of your relationships. But that's the thing too, once you start, you know, the leveling up process, just investing more into yourself, this and that, I think it's very common to go through kind of a transition period where, like, maybe you'll lose friends, you'll have to kind of, like, shift your dating routine. Like, sometimes if in a relationship the girl starts to level up, like, they break up because she realizes, like, I deserve more than this, you know, and you do. Like, don't feel bad for wanting more, because I'm sure you're a very reasonable person and you would not be feeling like you need more or want more if it wasn't valid. And so often, especially as women, we are taught to accept the bare minimum and that we should be so grateful for, like, a little crumb of anything. And, like, oh my God, like, if a man catcalls you, I mean, you should be honored. You know? I don't know if anyone actually says that, but, you know, it's like, you're the prize and you deserve more. So when you start to look hotter, this helps because you can kind of just almost look at yourself as, like, a character in a movie, or like if you're just really shy or just, like, have trouble with confidence, it's so true what Maddie says in Euphoria. Like, the thing about confidence is people don't know if you're faking it. So practice makes perfect. If you are almost, again, looking at yourself like the hot girl in the movie, or like the main character, like, and your life is a movie, you can ask yourself, like, what would the hot girl main character do? Like, not what would, like, the timid, like, nerd do. Which, no offense to the nerd community, I'm not saying you can't be hot and a nerd, but, like, just stereotypically, you know, in a film, it's like, are you gonna be the, like, doormat girl that gets walked all over and, like, people don't respect? Or are you gonna be the hot, iconic one that people are kind of afraid of? Like, specifically guys. You know, it's so much better to be hot and iconic and to not, you know, put up with things that you don't want to put up with, such as Motel 6. If you have a feeling about something, you're probably right. And yeah, I have to tell you, like, ever since meditating, I've meditated almost every morning for the past, I forget how long. I think it's been a couple months now, but my intuition is on point. Like, my dreams are so on point. And then just even out and about, like, this happened twice now. And it's so true, like, the sixth sense is real, because I think it's really, like, your gut feeling. It's, like, that's actually a true thing, because your body subconsciously stores so much information that, like, you're not aware of, you know, like, subconscious. And if you have a gut feeling about something, it's literally, like, your gut, what is it, like, the microbiome? They're like, oh, like, this situation is reminding us of a situation that already happened, so, like, look out, or, like, turn around, or, like, that's how you can kind of, like, duck, or, like, you know, if a car's coming really quickly and you get out of the way before you even realize what's happening. It's like your body literally be looking out for you. So I think meditating helps with that so much, because you learn how to quiet your mind so that your other senses can kind of, like, take over, and just, you'll be more aware of them. Like, they're able to be noticed more by you because you don't have your thoughts of your mental chatter, like, drowning them out. But, like, I will really notice it on the street. Like, I was walking to the gym and I noticed these guys, like, on the other side of the street, but kind of, like, walking parallel to me. And I didn't get a bad vibe, but I could tell they kind of, like, were checking me out, and I was just kind of like, ugh. But I was like, oh, whatever, they're, like, on the other side of the street. And then I'm just, like, walking, I'm, like, listening to music, I'm, like, look on my phone, and then I just, like, the light was green for me to cross, and normally I would cross, like, further down, but I did have to eventually cross. And I was just, like, something in me was like, even though, like, literally mentally, I know they're still on the other side of the street, but I'm just like, no, I'm getting a feeling like I'm just gonna cross. And they had crossed the street, like, to be right behind me. And I noticed, like, after I decided, like, let me just cross, I get a feeling I should cross. And then it happened again where, like, and I'm not seeing a shadow, like, I'm not hearing it because my headphones are in, which is not a good safety tip, but, you know, like, mind my business, it's just, like, in the neighborhood. And I was like, I'm getting an ominous feeling, and I look behind me, and this guy is, like, right behind me, and he wasn't being weird, but it was just, like, I think he was trying to pass me, but it was just, like, whoa. But I just had this, like, I was like, why do I feel, like, anxiety right now? Like, and then I look behind me, I'm like, oh my God, like, something my body caught on to that, like, mentally, like, I didn't. Anyway, meditate, it's very important. I think especially as women, like, our intuition is already naturally very strong. So when you lean into that and, like, do things like meditate and journal and, like, pay attention to your dreams, you just learn so much. Like, it's kind of crazy. And that's the thing, too. It's, like, if you struggle with paranoia or something, that's different. But, like, if you are continually getting a feeling about something, you need to listen to that. Because, like, I know for a lot of women, it's, like, a classic example is, like, if you suspect you're being cheated on, you most likely are, not to give you anxiety. But obviously there's, like, again, you could just be paranoid. But I feel like if that were not the case, you wouldn't be, like, feeling that. And that's just true for so many things. So my point is, if you feel like you're deserving more, if you feel like kind of sick of your relationship or your current friendships or just your current, like, life circumstances, it's for a reason. Like, your body is telling you, like, I need change. So listen to the signs. And I just really, like, I don't mean to say this in a way that's holier than thou or that's making light of anyone's mental health or anxiety issues, but when I scroll through Twitter, often TikTok, and I see all the posts of people just, like, saying really crazy things and blaming it on, like, whatever they're blaming it on, whether it's, like, anxiety or ADHD, or the latest trend is, like, autism, which, like, I know in some ways it's very important to, like, bring awareness to, but I think a lot of people also, it just kind of seems like they want something to, like, like, people will just claim that they have something or, like, self-diagnose themselves. And, like, I know, I know there's examples of, like, doctors not diagnosing it, or, like, in women and girls, like, autism is most, like, usually not diagnosed correctly, like, a lot of things. But, like, sometimes it's, like, I know it's, like, a sensitive subject, but sometimes it's, like, I think some people are being a little bit ridiculous and, like, not living in reality, and they need to get out of their online bubble. But anyway, it's, like, what comes first, the chicken or the egg? Like, are you having depression and anxiety because you are in your room, not getting any vitamin D, not having enough sleep, not eating healthy, not, like, stimulating your mind, like, getting 10 plus hours of screen time a day? Or are you doing all that because you have depression and anxiety, And I think it's kind of a combo of both, but I just know, like, I've struggled with anxiety a lot. And again, like, I know everyone's different, and I'm not trying to, like, make light of a situation or say, like, it's easy, or, like, don't be depressed, just smile. But it's, like, you have to be the one to, like, get the help you need. And I know often there's, like, extreme examples. I'm, like, not trying to piss anybody off. But my point is, like, if you're wondering, why am I feeling shitty? And then you're doing things like not getting sunlight, not eating healthy foods, not getting your steps, on your phone so much, like, what else do people do? Drink too many energy drinks, play video games all day and night, get no sleep, go to sleep at 4 a.m., like, and then you're wondering, like, why do I not feel good? It's like, babe, you read your own tweets. Like, we could actually figure out exactly the problem. That was, like, kind of a lot at once, but my point is, you have to be the one, like, just as an adult, you have to be the one to take care of yourself. And I think a lot of people, and again, I'm not trying to, like, make light of anyone's situation or, like, what you're going through, but, like, a lot of people do want to be in this victim mindset. And again, not everyone. I'm not saying, like, if you tweet about your fucking anxiety or whatever once, like, I'm like, what's wrong with you? Like, and it's not like, oh, don't talk about it. But it's just, like, there's a difference between somebody, like, talking about what they're going through and, like, whether it's that or trying to spread information about a cause or, like, bring awareness. And then there's people who just, like, why is your whole page just, like, or, like, even someone in real life, like, have you ever been around someone who just complains all the time? It's, like, not nice to be around. If you want to change, you have to make the change. And as an adult, like, you're the only person that can do that. And again, I'm not saying it's easy. I'm not trying to make light of any situation, but it's, like, you need to take a step forward, whether that's, like, just like, I will see people like, oh my god, it's so crazy, exercise really does make you feel better, like, oh my god, it's like, duh. Literally duh. And the same is true with like Ozempic, like the amount of people going on Ozempic, and it's like for literally weight loss, like not for what it's actually prescribed for, you know? And it's like, did you not literally try anything else? Like, you're that lazy and like you can't control your poor eating habits that much that you need to literally take this like drug that's gonna make you feel sick and like damage your health long term, probably, because you don't need that, just because like you can't, like, you don't want to change how you eat, so you'd rather be forced to have a suppressed appetite. Like, that's what it does. I do not feel y'all. Like, I don't, again, like, not to talk shit, but sometimes I'm just like, I can't even look at you the same, bitch. I'm disgusted now. Health is wealth, babes. Like, put your health first, yourself first. Again, focus on looking hotter, getting enough steps, getting enough sunlight, especially in the summer. Like, set those app limits if you need to. It's just like, it's really about structure and awareness and looking at your coping strategies and mindfulness. That's like so interconnected to everything. Like, if your automatic reaction to somebody asking you to go to Motel 6 is like feeling bad for them, it's like, okay, like if you're being mindful, it's like, okay, like I literally felt in my body like, damn, I feel bad for them. That's interesting. Like, why would I feel bad for them, and why would I not be offended that somebody thinks I am so low class that I would hang out with them and sleep with them at Motel 6 in exchange for a mini shot of Amsterdam vodka? Like, do I not respect myself? Do I not love myself? Why don't they feel bad for asking me that? You know, and that's like really how you have to think, because a lot of people are going, like, you can work on people pleasing and saying no and setting boundaries all you want. People are still going to come at you, like, a lot less when you're giving off the vibes that you can't fuck with me and like, I'm not going to stand for that. But people will still like try stuff. And even like someone's allowed to ask you for a favor or like ask you to come to motels. And just as you're allowed to say no. So you just have to practice saying no. And again, it's like, ask yourself, like, why don't they feel bad asking me that? Like, I wouldn't ask somebody that. If I, God forbid, knock on wood, had to stay at Motel 6, it's like, I would probably keep that on the down low. Like, I don't know. So another example of this, which I meant to talk about last week, but we just got sidetracked, is, and I know it's like old news at this point, but I kind of want to use it as an example. And just, okay, can we just talk about Jason Nash? Like, I'm just confused because I'm like, how are you not doing anything else? I feel like, especially, like, he said on a podcast, because I like saw the clip on TikTok where he's like, I don't have any skills, like there's nothing I could do. But it's like, when you're a content creator, like there's a lot that you can do, and like you could go in that direction. Why doesn't he start like marketing firm or like management, like social media management? I feel like he could easily do that. It's like, do you not know anyone in the industry? Like, what have you literally just been hanging out with with disgust this whole time, and you never made your own connections literally at all? Like, where's your manager? Because it is weird that he's going, I mean, I guess it's working, like, but like, it's just weird that he goes on live without like offering anything. Like, he literally is just battling people, and I guess you could call that entertainment, but it's like, he's not even like making jokes or like doing a story time. I don't know, like, because a lot of people do live stream, but like they provide entertainment, like they're reacting to something, they're like just providing entertainment. He's literally not doing anything, like literally battling people, like just asking over and over for people to send gifts. Like, it's weird. And then even people feeling bad for that. It's like, why? Like, Alyssa Violet making that video, I think she took it down. First of all, who's an Alyssa Violet fan? Like, who is it? Like, little kids? Like, who's like, oh my god, girly, like, drop the skincare. Like, maybe I'm just not trendy, I don't know. But her making that TikTok about Tana, like, oh my god, like, he's just making a living. And then I loved all the drama TikTok channels after that. doing compilations of like all the times he was like emotionally abusive to Trisha, and like just all the like bad things he's done like in the vlogs, and like, because it's like, also, why are you defending a grown man? Like, he would not do the same for you, sis. He would just, if something crazy happened to you and you needed defending, he would just go on live and be like, send gifts, y'all. Like, he doesn't care about you, so why are you, like, pressed? Like, because you don't have any skills and you're worried that's going to be you in a few years? Like, I don't know. It's just, like, that was very weird to me. And, again, a classic example of, like, stop feeling bad. Like, why don't you feel bad for people who deserve your empathy? Like, why are you feeling bad for, like, a grown man that, like, was being thirsty off, like, an early 20s-year-old for fame and clout, and now, like, that obviously isn't forever, so, like, he had no backup plan. Like, he wasn't smart enough to, like, do anything? Like, why doesn't he start a podcast? You know? Like, I'm sure that would be very interesting, or just, like, why don't you work at a management, like, social media management office? Like, just step away and, like, do something more behind the scenes. It's just weird. Like, I don't know. I guess you can't, that's why it's just very important you can't rely on someone else for your success. And it's kind of funny that all those people, like, kind of, it's like, where are they now, you know? But yeah, like, stop feeling bad. I feel bad. Like, or if someone annoying is texting you and you're just like, I'm replying because I feel bad. Why don't they feel bad for annoying you? Why don't they feel bad for not getting the hint or reading the room? Like, you have to start thinking like that. It's actually important to be a little bit more judgmental. It's called discernment, and it could save you. It could save your life. It could save you in a lot of situations just from, like, dealing with annoying stuff. And it's not about being a mean person or a bad person, but it's like, not everyone deserves your trust, your empathy, your just access to your emotions literally at all. And so save it for, again, like, people who deserve it, you know, people actually in need. Like, go, again, like I said in my last episode, go volunteer, go, like, literally do anything. Foster kittens, why don't you? That's, like, a good use of, you know, caring energy and empathetic energy. Why don't you feel bad for yourself? Like, I'm just a girly. Why are these people stressing me out? They should know better. Why are you inviting me to Motel 6? Like, do you not realize how you're coming across? I'm not going to be classist by, like, judging a guy that is inviting me to Motel 6. So you want to get murdered? Because you didn't want to be judgmental? Like, what? They are relying on you feeling bad. That's how they get you. So yeah, girly, you deserve the best experiences. And just the best, period. I am getting ready to go to this book event. I'm so excited. The outfit is cute, and I'm gonna vlog, so make sure that you are tuned in, locked in. Time is flying. Next week is my B-day, so get ready. I know this is a shorter episode, but I hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to check out the Chic notebook as well as the Chic mugs, available now, links below. And I will talk to you guys next week. Bye, everyone.